Hey guys, it's Junior. Welcome back to my channel here at Horsepower Warehouse. I am very thankful to have you guys back with me so I can show you some incredible things that we have going on here at the shop. So let's dive right into it. First and foremost, I was the recipient of a few packages this week. Lots of goodies have come. Here is the first set of goodies. Vintage Air has came for our 67 Coupe restoration. This car, as you can see, it is missing a chassis. We decided to go ahead and replace it, so the new one is inbound. Meanwhile, we are just going ahead and accruing parts. This is not the first parts package, but one that I definitely wanted to get coming because these Vintage Air kits are usually a minimum of several weeks back ordered. So hey, if any of you guys want to send me some flowers or beef jerky, that's where you can find me. We have a problem with this 67, guys. So if you've watched the channel, you are familiar with what we're doing here. This is a chassis restoration project that we are converting from a side exhaust to a rear exhaust. So in doing so, we needed to source an exhaust panel with the rear exit provisions, but also we needed to paint the panel to match the car. You can see the side exhaust panel there is on the left, and clearly the new panel is on the right. Problem is we kind of messed up with the paint on this. And when I say mess up, I don't mean it in the traditional fashion that you get with paint mess ups. We did too good of a job. I don't know if you guys can see it through the camera lens here. I'm gonna try my best to look through the viewfinder and try and capture this for you. But the paint on A versus B here is just, it's night and day difference. So when I go to bolt my panel onto a car that wasn't painted in the same fashion, I mean, this is the same color. The base is absolutely accurate to the correct color of the car. It's just got that much more depth and shine. Also, you'll notice on this panel, there's a lot of dry, not full coverage of the clear coat in all of the corners. Same thing with all of these corners. In order to correctly coat a panel, you have to spray the gun this way, that way, that way, and that way. And I'm conscious also of all of my edges as you go along. You can see these ones had ugliness here. Now I know this is not really visible to most people, but my guy just absolutely goes above and beyond on everything. Look at the coverage all the way down to the edge here. And now let's take a peek at the car. Do you guys see what I'm seeing? That is primer, essentially. That's bare fiberglass and primer. Same thing up under here. Now, I know it looks like compound, but I promise you guys, that is not compound. There's no getting that off. It's just lack of paint coverage. So this car was what I would consider a show quality paint job. And what I mean by that is you go to the drive-in or your average car show, this is representative of what you're gonna find on most cars, guys. I'm not slamming this guy's paint job. In fact, I had fully intended on just trimming and de-embleming the car and wet sanding and buffing the car to try to get it as good as possible to match my exhaust panel. Problem being, customer actually came here, witnessed this in person. I promise you guys, in person, the paint is just, it's unworldly. I mean, it's such a gorgeous color, and I'm not traditionally a fan of greens per se, but man, that is a fantastic color. So we went ahead and decided to add this one to the paint lineup as well, because we really would love the rest of the car to shine like that. So if you guys are kind of confused as to why this one is going the next step, it's because my paint guy messed up and did too good of a job on the exhaust panel, and there's no way I can make this paint job look like that paint job short of repainting it. Now the benefit to the repainting of it is I can set all the door gaps and the hood gap and the headlight gaps and kind of further correct the car beyond just making it look better in terms of shine and depth. But yeah, I'm excited to see how that comes out. Just one more. It's got so much gold in the metallic, just incredible. Speaking of incredible, I've been plugging away at this car. Do you guys remember how nice the bottom is of this? This is probably one of the nicest 63 bodies. Truly a non-hit. I mean, look at the floor pans, how absolutely gorgeous they are in this car. Probably one of the nicest I've seen. So, happy to be plugging away at this one as well. You can see we have a rolling chassis forming. This is the chassis for our saddle 63 that's over there. So it is definitely coming along splendidly. This customer actually provided us with a parts package of just top-notch everything. I mean, all of the parts are, so there's different tiers or levels of parts when you go to assemble these cars. Naturally, you guys probably recognize I use the top tier on almost everything that I do, but this guy did the exact same thing. So I'm really appreciative that he approached it the same way that I would have when he went to order a lot of this stuff. So, and that is, he spent a lot of money in doing so, but he got really, really good stuff. So this one's gonna come together really nice. You can see I have some brackets here. I wanted to show you guys just how hammered this one was. Can you tell the difference in shape here from A to B? I mean, it's pretty wild how out of whack that thing is. And I'm not just talking about, you know, where it's broke off, and you can see under here some of the kind of nasty welding that was going on. But yeah, I have those new brackets, the front pinion support. They actually call these sombreros underneath. So these guys. So we're gonna go ahead and start the chassis repair on this one so it can go off to powder coat. That will be happening this week. Another vintage air kit. So super happy to have the vintage air kit. I've ordered this one long ago. This is the kit actually for my Nassau convertible. As you guys can see, this is the complete kit laid out here. I'd really like to explain to you kind of why I've transitioned my preference from classic auto air to vintage air. And again, I'm not sponsored by anyone. I just like to use what I feel is best for the car. These kits are really, really neat in that stand-in compressor, which is same as classic auto air, but they do have electronically controlled actuators for the blend doors and the defroster door. So really, really nice. Also, the vents are different. This is the one that goes on the passenger side, and this is driver's. Also, you'll notice this one. So these they don't come dyed. These radio access panels have been dyed by yours truly in the correct dark Daytona blue to match the interior. It would be sweet if these came already dyed, if you could select that, but they don't. And the same thing with these brackets. I've already coated these in my coating of preference. I have a special, really high temperature coating that I use. So these radio access panels actually have vents that are integrated into there. So really, really cool. So you have 4 vents total. And I'll show you the back side of this one as well. Isn't that neat how they integrate the vent so the air actually comes out of there and it doesn't look aftermarket. So really, really excited to have this one for this project. We'll make our way through the shop here. I've got some new cars I want to show you guys as well. We are already approaching 10 minutes. I don't like to have super long content for you guys. I don't want to bore you. So I'm going to jump through these couple of cars. But first and foremost, we have a new split window in inventory. This car, man, what a looker. Gotta love that silver blue This car, as it sits, would make either a fantastic resto mod candidate, in my opinion, or just drive it as it is. These split windows are going crazy money in the resto mod side of things. I've seen properly built resto mods eclipse $400,000 easily. So that would be a pretty cool thing to do with that one. If you've been watching my channel for a little bit, you'll know that we had the last split window Corvette that left the production line. So the last 63 coupe. Well, here's another last car. This is the final 82 collector's edition. So this thing is really, really a beautiful car. I love the graphics, the gradient in the hood. Same thing with the side graphics. It's got that cool kind of 80s gradient. Just a really pretty looking car. I have our 64 auto air-conditioned car here as well. So this one is finally off of the pressure washing lift. I've completed kind of my freshening up. Everything looks pretty dang good in the car. I did kind of a mild fresh up of the engine bay, all of the fluids, just basically a once over to make sure that this one is ready to enjoy for the next owner. So nice rare car there. The Laguna car is sold. These C2s sell incredibly quick. What an absolutely gorgeous color though. Gotta love the Laguna blue with the light blue interior, or bright blue, I guess I should say, is proper terminology. Let's make our way back. I got to cap off today's episode with this bad boy. This one sold as well, I think within 24 hours. So this is a 1930 Ford, but it has a Cadillac engine with a one-of-one Krager supercharger. So I'll make my way around to the rear. I don't know if you guys can see, it actually does say Krager on the back there. Really neat. I haven't been able to confirm whether or not this is truly a one-of-one setup, but I was told by the owner, and this is a magazine show, multiple show winner, but it is a magazine cover car as well. Man, that burgundy, that paint is just gorgeous. Really neat old school interior with the spinning globe dash. Really nice. I like the pleated headliner, pleated seats, you know, aluminum, custom fabricated bench. Really nice. Man, what a pretty car. Just a cool old hot rod. And the supercharger, you could guys imagine how it sounds. It's spectacular. Open pipes on the side and supercharged. That's where it's at. Anyhow, thank you so much for joining me. I hope you guys enjoy my content. We just eclipsed 100,000 hours of watch time, so thank you. It's 100% you to thank. I appreciate having you guys on board, and until next time, take care.